Ladies and gentlemen, hope everyone is well. So, this is going to be a very important video, okay? Because if you're a coach, if you're, let's say, a fitness coach, or if you're a health coach, if you're any sort of coach, what you're finding right now in today's market is it's very rocky, okay? And what I mean rocky is, 10% of people are making 90% of the market's income. They own 90% of the market share of the coaching market that they're in, okay? And pretty much what's happening with this is this divergence of making upwards of 50, 100K a month and making 5K a month or not making anything is a hard divergence, okay? There's very specific things that differentiate this 100K a month from 5K a month or from, 10K a month, okay? And pretty much the difference between these two is sales, okay? And what I'm going to talk about is, of course, sales is your bottleneck to making more money, but I'm going to talk about pretty much 3 different clients, okay? These people are all coaches, okay? 2 of them are fitness coaches, another is a different sort of coach, and pretty much just my thoughts with them and how I gained this unique insight. And you're going to find something a little bit different. I'm not going to just preach to you like, oh my God, you need to get good at, like, no. I'm going to show you just kind of a unique insight that I personally gained with this, okay? So pretty much right now what's happening is like pretty much something unheard of is happening, okay? Let's say you're a fitness coach. Like I mainly work with fitness coaches, or even just a coach in general. The market is shifting, and shifting very aggressively actually with AI, all this stuff coming out, right? And what I've gained is I have a prediction that's happening within this industry that will either make or break your success following the next 2 years. Okay? So this one thing, if you get good at this one thing, if you understand this one thing, it will make or break your success for the next 2 years. Okay? Pretty much what happened is around the time of COVID, so this was like 3 years ago, the coaching space, so like if you're a health coach or if you're a fitness coach, whatever, merged with the digital marketing space. Okay, marketers labeled themselves as coaches, okay, and coaches labeled themselves as marketers. Okay, they considered themselves, a lot of these people, coaches that helped coaches that helped coaches that helped coaches. I'm a coach for coaches. Okay, and this happened around the COVID time because a lot of people were going online and a lot of online coaches were popping up. Okay, and people like Alex Hormozi, people like Iman Gadzhi, Sam Ovens, Russell Brunson. What happened is these guys positioned themselves, who specifically blew up around COVID, funny enough, positioned themselves as a service provider for coaches or agencies and started teaching them to make these massive concepts. Concepts literally like the tripwire funnel or the school drip funnel or another crazy name for another repackaged service to sell. And what happened is around this time of COVID, a lot of these coaches who were doing exceptionally well, they then started trying to get coaching from other coaches who were actually not coaches, but were marketers, trying to sell them something, sell them these sort of stuff, tripwire funnel or all this sort of stuff, tripwire funnel, buy my trip. And pretty much what they were doing, and pretty much worked exceptionally well at doing it, is creating demand out of thin air, okay? Because if I make a concept, and that concept is a new concept, the tripwire funnel, for example, which no one has made before, and put a new name on it, I pretty much whip up some stuff. Sure, maybe there's stuff that's been done that's kind of, I like it in a sense, okay? But it's fairly new for the most part. Now I'm making demand out of thin air. Hey, this is my, here's this new thing that you need, okay? And pretty much what these guys will do is they'll say a bold claim regarding how you need to do X, unless you will, like if you want to make 10K a month, you have to do the tripwire funnel. Or if you want to do this, if you want to make this much money, you have to do this business model, okay? And you'll see this among several people trying to push something. It's a very good way to getting someone to truly believe this is the product they need to reach success. People like, oh, you need the SMMA business model to make money. You need this marketing tactic. You need this specific thing. You need this specific business model. You need this thing to go from X to Y. And like I said before coaches were just like, doing their own thing. It was kind of chill. And then now all these marketers coming in, bold claim, and it's getting very rocky, okay? You go on YouTube, like Iman Gadzhi, for example, 9.1 million views, best business to start as a beginner, okay? And of course he's gonna say, you need to use the SMMA model because I sell the course for that, okay? And pretty much what is happening right now is a divergence. Especially with AI coming out, there will only be more shiny objects for the mass to gravitate towards and yet again fail, okay? So what these people are doing is, if you were to map out success on a graph, okay, what happens is all these people that are falling for this stuff, all these coaches especially that are falling for this stuff, if you're a fitness coach, if you're a health, whatever sort of coach you are, if you're watching this, what you'll find is there's so many shiny objects with all this marketing happening right now. Oh, you got to do this marketing thing, you got to do this marketing thing. So many shiny objects right now, okay? And pretty much my theory is if you actually don't fall for these shiny objects, you will win, okay? And this divergence, yes, you have to understand, like what I said, sales and everything, but it is not doing things that is actually going to help you do things rather than doing things that's going to help you do things. It's contrary to your actual perception of how you think you should gain success, okay? And it's simply just the fact of not falling for shiny objects rather than falling for shiny objects. Oh, bold claim, do this specific funnel. Sam Oven's saying to do the school funnel now. Alex Hormozi, do the school games, do all this stuff, okay? Shiny object, shiny object, okay? And nowadays what's happening is there's so many people throwing out, like I said, bold claim after bold claim because they think that will work, and many people are falling for it and basing their entire strategy around it. People will say, oh, I only use the inbound Instagram funnel. Oh, I only do closing over DMs. Or, oh, I will only do the tripwire funnel because it is the best funnel, okay? People will just say this shit because their mentors or people they watch online will just say to do it, okay? And this convergence of markets, digital marketers, coaches, it's all coming together now. And what's happening is these bold claims are just getting worse and worse and worse, and people are just falling for it, basing their entire business model off of it, okay? And this is the thing. I'm not someone to sit here and say, hey, you know, don't do this funnel or don't do this thing because it's not going to work. If it's making you money, then keep doing it. But all I'm saying is 99% of people won't actually make any money with it, and it won't make them any or give them any results, okay? So if this sounds familiar to what your business like relies around, like if you're listening to this and you're like, you know what, this kind of does, I'm a coach or whatever, and this kind of makes sense. Like I understand this. I see this in the market happening right now. This will probably identify with you a little bit harder, okay? You probably, if you're listening to this, you get leads and conversations, but they lead nowhere 99% of the time. You get conversations, maybe you send some cold DMs, get some conversations, but 99% of the time they lead nowhere. Maybe you'll get on a meeting, maybe they won't close, maybe they'll give you, oh, I have to think about it, 99% of the time. Believe that you just have to do more volume. Oh, I just have to do more volume, I just gotta, you know, it's just more cold DM, there's just more of this, okay? If you're making less than 15K a month, I don't think you have the right to speak on this. I don't think as a coach, if you're making less than 15K a month, you have the right to be like, you know what, you're wrong. The inbound Instagram funnel is the best fun, or this funnel, or this specific shiny object is the best. If you're making less than 15K a month, you don't have that data set. You don't have that amount of data to make that decision, okay? Flex how many calls you're getting. Oh my God, I have, you know, I'm getting all these calls. Oh my God, I've my calendar's booked. I have 30 calls this week. Oh my God, calls, but you're making no money, okay? And then last is a big one. You think you're really good at sales, okay? You think you're this god at sales. Like you're like, oh my God, inbound Instagram funnel, or oh my God, I'm doing the school funnel, or oh my God, I'm doing the tripwire funnel, or oh my God, I'm doing the lead magnet funnel, Alex Hormozi, and you're doing all this stuff, you're flexing, oh my God, I'm getting some calls, but you're actually not closing any, you're making less than 15K a month, and you actually think you're still good at sales, and you're not the issue, it's the funnel that's the issue, okay? And this actually gets into kind of an identification thing, because it's not really like, it's not the funnel, this is the what I'm kind of trying to get to, it's not the bold claims, it's not all this shit, it's you, okay? And this is what I'm trying to get to here, okay? So this is my personal unique insight that I kind of gained from this that allowed me to pretty much realize this. And what I realized is 99% of clients, 99% of the clients that I've worked with have come to me with this exact thesis. It's literally the same every single time, okay? Same every time. Oh, I've tried everything and nothing has worked. Or, oh, I use this funnel to get my leads. They'll say something like, oh my God, I'm doing cold DMs right now, or oh my God, I'm running ads right now, or oh my God, I'm doing this thing right now, and then I'll follow up with a question. It's a very simple question. It's not a hard question. It's not like a fucking, you know, crazy question. It's just a simple question of, you know, hey man, how much money are you making with your specific thing, okay? And they'll be like, oh, you know, they have no response, okay? After that, they'll usually shut up. It's like, okay, dude, cool, okay? And what I realized is it doesn't matter what processes you're using if you suck at sales. This is a very important, I want to like bold this, underline this. If you suck at sales, it doesn't matter what process you're using. It doesn't matter, okay? Cold DMs work, ads work, organic works. It's simply the fact of how many people you can get on a call and what percentage of those people can you close, okay? What I'm about to share with you is the personal stories of 3 of my clients who have recently been battling with the same problem that I've discussed above. They came to me, oh my God, I've tried all this shit. I did ads here. Oh, it was probably just my ad sets that weren't the best. Oh my God, I didn't test enough creatives. Oh my God, it was my funnel. It was my goddamn funnel. I should have done the school funnel. I should have did sent more cold DMs. Okay? This is what they'll come to me and say. And I'm like, dude, that shit doesn't matter. Okay? It doesn't matter. Okay? So pretty much Adam, this is actually from today. This actually kind of inspired me to make this video. 7K day today, 6.7K day. Okay? He had like a fucking few $1,000 day the other day as well. Okay? This is almost, I think this is a 10K month for him. Okay? Before he was making like, 3K a month, but still, I remember with Adam specifically, we were battling with the funnel shit. It was a lot of funnel shit. It was, oh my God, the ads. Oh my God, it was this. Oh my God, it was this. And then once that's kind of like 95% good, 90% good, 80% good enough, it becomes a point of, okay, you're getting calls now. Can you close those calls? Okay? And what we did together is, instead of me just being like, oh, it's just, the leads, or oh my God, Adam, it's just, the leads. It's no. It's, you're getting calls. People are showing up to the calls. Can you set these calls efficiently, number one? Okay? And can you get these people on a call, emotionally influence them enough so that once they're on that call with you, an hour goes by, they're giving you their credit card. Okay? This is what we figured out together. 6.7K a day. I don't know if I can zoom in on this, but as you can see right there, that's a photo of a stripe. Okay? Crazy stuff. Okay? Jason, for example. What me and Jason did, he's another fitness coach. Me and him, funnel, leads, all this sort of shit. And then what I did with him is I was like, hey, dude, we have to focus on sales. I have to get you better at sales. What he would do specifically, and I'm not calling Jason, if Jason, you're watching this video, I love you, man, but he wasn't the best at objection handling. Okay, what we're doing with objections is he would get an objection, just, okay, man, cool, and just like move on. Yeah, if you want to think about it, go think about it, man. Yeah, just get back to me whenever. It's like, you're not going to close any sales with that. So what we did is we shifted from him doing that to him allowing, like, pretty much getting him in the state so that he could handle these objections. Someone gets on a call with them. Once they're on a call with them, gets that objection, hey, I want to think about it. Hey, I got to talk to my spouse. Hey, I got to do this. Hey, that's too much money. All these objections, he's now able to handle, okay? Screenshot, hey buddy, just closed a 2K USD 16-week program. First customer on the phone. So first phone call when we launched our funnel, got him good at sales, the new funnel, shut down, right? Why? Because we got him good at sales. We worked together for 2-3 months, showing him, Jason, you gotta handle this objection better. Jason, your objection handling with, I gotta think about it is shit. Jason, the spouse objection you're doing a horrible job with. Okay, let's fix it. Boom, 2K USD. Okay? Another one of my guys, Hishan, for example. Okay? He started from zero. For example, he started literally from zero. So when we started together, he's one of the guys who literally had no experience before. He didn't really know what he was doing, so I kind of had to show him everything from the get. Okay? He just had like a 7 or 8K month, something like this, from zero, like a month ago, 2 months ago. Okay? 0 to 7K month. Okay, he's right now he's doing better in this than in his job, which he went to school for 4 years, which is crazy. Okay, so hey Ashton just made a $2,600 sale. Okay, goods in progress, made a sale for $3,300 sale. Okay, what we did together is, again, funnel. Yes, okay, it's the DMs. Yes, it's this. It's our, we're doing this together for sure. But also, okay, dude, you're on a call with someone. If someone gives you an objection, or if this happens, or your tonality here, like, you have to get good at this, okay? And with him, a lot of the stuff, and even with Jason and Adam as well, a lot of it is call review. A lot of it is getting someone on a call, recording that call, shooting that call to me, and then me going through that hour call and nitpicking everything and pointing out every bad thing, every good thing, reinforcing the good things, and showing you what you did bad. Okay? And that's what allowed these people to get 7K months. Because I remember with Hashan before, he would get people on a call and he would just be like, yeah, man, so this is the process, blah, 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 blah. What are you looking for? Cool. Okay, yeah. This is my price. Oh, you want to think about it? Okay, cool. Bye-bye. Okay? No mind for objections. Okay? And then one of my best clients, this is Paul. Paul's like, I've been working with Paul for a while now. It's been over a year at this point. He had like a 10K day. Okay? So just 36 sessions, 3,000, 35, 35. So 9, 6, 6, 9, like, you know, crazy month. Okay? This guy makes, he had a 65K month a few months ago. Okay? Or no, last month. So like, the reason why he can have a 65K month is, yes, funnel, of course. We have leads coming in. If there's no leads, there's no sales, of course. But at that point, once you have that lead, it's no longer a marketing problem. Now it's a sales problem. Can you convert that lead? Can you get them to come into the studio? Can you get them on a call and close that person on a call? Okay? Can you get them to come in? Can you emotionally influence them enough so that once they're in that studio, once they're on a call with you, that you can get their credit card at the end? Okay? Can you do that? And he is exceptional at this. This guy is a master salesman. He knows, like, he comes from an energy point of view. Talking about Paul specifically, he's coming from an energy point of view. I actually visited him personally. This guy is like an energy guy, okay? He doesn't sell very conventionally, but he sells through energy, which is a very large portion of sales. And his closing rate is like 80, 75, 80%. 10 people walk in, 8 will give him his credit card. Give him the credit card, okay? Why can he do this? Because he's good at sales. Is it the amount of leads? Sure, of course it is. But if he wasn't good at sales, none of this would matter, okay? So 99% of these chats that we're talking about, like Paul, for example, or Hashan, or Jason, or Adam, 99% of these chats are specifically on how to close a specific deal, or what do I say regarding X, or what do I say regarding Y in a specific sales setting. It is not, oh, should I try this specific funnel? No. For most people, the bottleneck in their business will be that they're just bad at sales. I've worked with so many people who've had such big egos, so large egos, where they think they're so good at sales. We'll launch a funnel, we'll launch some ads together, we'll get some leads for them. And then at that point, they'll be like, oh, the leads suck. The leads suck, blah, blah, blah. The leads are horrible. Okay? And then I ask them, okay, what are you doing for sales? We go through their sales process and they suck at sales. Okay? So 99% of the time when I hear people say, oh, the leads suck, it's just that they suck at sales and it's an internal problem. Okay? So these people are people who are not perfect at sales by any means. No. They are getting good at sales and they're getting better at sales. And that's what allowed them to see a little bit of success. Okay? And pretty much for most people, if you have a coaching business, etc., your bottleneck will be that you're bad at sales. Okay? Because if you look at this chart right here, what happens is most people have a niche. Let's say you're a fitness coach. You have a niche. Okay? You're helping people do something. If you're a weight loss coach, if you're a, helping dads coach, whatever. Okay? And then you have some sort of price validation. You know what you're charging. Maybe it's validated a little bit. There's a mechanism behind that. Okay? You're getting some impressions. You have a funnel built. If it's cold DMs, if it's whatever. Okay? Once you have all this, which doesn't take a long time to get going, sure, it takes a little bit of time. You have to build this. I have so many videos regarding this, which is still a process. Once you have all this, now the only other process is getting people on a call and closing people, okay? And it's very easy to follow the steps and get everything locked in and perfected. It's very easy to pick your niche. You just you just fucking pick. You test your niches, etc. You test your transformation. You validate, yes, but it's very difficult to get good at sales. And it's not an overnight process. It's not a process where, hey, I'm going to sit with you on a few calls for once a week for a month and you're going to be like, amazing. It doesn't work like that, okay? Like even Paul, like I said before, had a 65K month last month. Do I accredit any of the success to the performance of the ads or the funnel? No. It's sure, yes, it's partially, but it is simply the fact that he's good at sales, and our appointment setter who's booking the calls for him is also amazing at sales, who is also exceptional at sales, who knows probably the same amount at sales as me, okay? So this is what happens because everyone has their niche, everyone has their transformation, everyone has price validation, everyone has some sort of acquisition channel that's maybe a little bit validated. Maybe it could be improved, yes, but they're getting calls and they're not closing, okay? they're getting objections, etc., and they're not able to close that. And what this revolves around is human psychology, okay? Everything revolves around human psychology, okay? The better you get at sales, the better everything else gets. You take strain off the system as a whole. The system now gets massively more efficient, okay? Because if you have 10 calls and none of them close, you just wasted 10 hours of your life, okay? You have to get good at sales because it's going to take strain off the system as a whole, make the system more efficient. And this is a very important one. It's going to pump the hell out of your state. Like, for example, if Adam has Adam, 7K day, Hashan had this $3,300 deal close. I remember I was on a call with him. He's like, dude, I walked around my house and I was like, oh my God. You know what that does to your state? You know what that does to your state? You feel like a king after this. You feel like you could, close 1 million more deals, okay? And what that does is that also makes the system more efficient because now you believe in yourself more. You know what to do when someone gives you an objection. You can see through the matrix, okay? So even me, when, before, like I started with cold calls. I was just cold calling businesses. Cold calling, okay? I sucked, but what I did is I simply armed myself with certain concepts that I improved over time. I read and educated myself diligently and invested most of my time in the sales portion of trainings. Okay, I didn't focus on, oh my God, I'm gonna get my ad strategy better. Or, oh my God, I'm gonna get this one little thing better. It's no. I'm gonna get better at closing these deals. I'm gonna get better at my openers for my cold calls. I'm gonna get better at, okay, if I get some sort of objection regarding an appointment booking, how do I handle that without dropping my status? Okay, and the thing is, this is kind of a red pill. Is there's 1 million variables in sales. Okay, there's 1 million variables. There's objection handling. There's building rapport, there's tonality, there's so many different things and unique scenarios. And the trick is you have to know all of them, okay? There's no getting around it. You have to know what to say if someone gives you a wife objection. You have to know what to say when someone gives you a I have to think about it objection. You have to know what tonality to use with different sort of people. If someone's more quiet than you and they're more of like an engineer introvert, you can't be this outlandish A-type personality who's like super standoffish. It's not gonna work, okay? There's so many different variables, and the thing is, as a salesperson, you have to know them all, okay? And the only way to know them all is you have to have so much field experience that you can see through the matrix and win, okay? You can see through, like when he was in the matrix, he saw through the matrix. He looked through, he just knew what was happening in real time, okay? And the only way to do this is to run an input and output process over and over again and collect feedback, okay? With a hypothesis. So you have to have a level of understanding with sales and build off of it, see what you did good, see what you did bad. But you have to have a level of understanding in the first place and always be building, always be refining, sharpening your saw so when you go to cut the tree later, it doesn't take that long, okay? So this is just pretty much my rant about sales because I see everyone talking about, oh my God, even some of these guys before, like, oh my God, should I do this funnel? Should I do this funnel? It's like, no, man, you're already getting a few calls a week. If let's say you're getting 5 calls a week, which is not a lot, let's try to close all of those. Okay, let's try to close all those. Okay, why can't we close all those? We can. Okay, it now becomes a you problem, and you have to look internally, which for a lot of people is very difficult to look internally and be like, oh my God, it's actually me that's the issue. Okay, so if you think you're good at if you think you're genuinely good at sales and you're a fitness coach that wants to have 7K days or even a 64K month, go down. I'm actually giving away a few pretty much walkthrough calls with me personally to show you how I would implement the 3-pillar system and whatever, get good at sales pretty much in 5 months. So the process that I follow is a 5-month process. It's not like a, hey, 3 days, few sales calls. No. It's a 5-month process. What we do together, just to give you a brief overview, is pretty much we launch an acquisition system, validate, like I said right here. We do all this as quick as possible and get going on sales and just take a bunch of sales calls. You're going to fail horribly. You're going to fail brutally. You're going to want to probably quit 1 million times. And then I'm just going to say, don't quit. And you're going to be like, okay. And then you're just not going to quit. And then at that point, I'm just going to show you how to get good at sales. And then at that point, you're going to get really good at sales. And then at that point, you're going to have a 64K month or a 7K day or a 7K month, whatever. Okay. So hope this makes sense. And I hope this kind of like like I'm not trying to flex these. I'm just trying to show that like, hey, like this is possible if you're a fitness coach, if you're a coach in general, and you're wanting to make more money and you're wanting to understand this. It's probably a sales problem. Okay, I've worked with so many people who have this ego, who have this connotation of, oh my god, I'm already good at sales, I don't need to improve anymore. It's other factors that need to improve, and that's the worst case to come from. That's a very bad place to come from because now you have nowhere to go. Okay, you're looking externally when you actually have to look internally. Okay, so if you're a fitness coach and you want to have a 64K month, go down, book a call with me. One-to-one, it's probably gonna be with me or maybe one of my customer service guys. We'll show you through the process, the 3 pillars, etc. See if we can help you, man. Cheers.